Saturday, February 23rd, 1991, Philadelphia. It's 8:23 p.m. Outside, the city is freezing. Inside, the monolith of glass and steel at 15th and Chestnut, the air is still. One Meridian Plaza, 38 stories, 492 feet of modern American confidence. It's a fortress, a vertical city of granite and tempered glass. It is a labyrinth. 750,000 square feet of office space, miles of copper wire, acres of nylon carpet. And on the 22nd floor, in a vacant office recently stripped for renovation, the most dangerous thing in the world is happening. And it's making no sound at all. It is the quietest place in the city. It is Saturday night, 8 p.m. The bankers have gone home. The lawyers have gone home. The cleaning crews have finished their shift. The building is breathing. In the basement, massive HVAC chillers are cycling down. On the roof, the wind whips around the elevator penthouses at 30 miles an hour. But on the 22nd floor, the air is dead still. This floor is empty. It's a vacant, stripped down to the steel and concrete waiting for a new tenant. Except for one room. A small office in the northeast corner. Earlier today, workers were here. They were refinishing the woodwork, hand-rubbing expensive mahogany paneling with linseed oil. It's old-school craftsmanship, beautiful, rich, and deadly. Let's talk about linseed oil. To the naked eye, it's just a liquid, a wood preservative. But chemically, it is a ticking bomb. It is an organic drying oil. When it dries, it doesn't just evaporate like water. It oxidizes. It consumes oxygen from the air. And when you consume oxygen, you generate heat. Exothermic reaction. Usually, this heat dissipates into the air, no problem. But the workers were tired. They wanted to go home. So they took their oil-soaked rags, heavy cotton rags dripping with the stuff, and they didn't put them in a metal safety can. They didn't hang them up to dry. They balled them up. They threw them in a pile in the corner, on top of a plastic drop cloth. Now look at the physics. The rags on the outside of the pile are oxidizing. They start to get warm. That heat tries to escape, but it can't. The rags on top trap it. The heat turns inward. It burrows into the center of the pile. 8:15 p.m. The center of that pile hits 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The oxidation speeds up. Heat creates more reaction. Reaction creates more heat. It's a runaway feedback loop. 8:20 p.m. 200 degrees. The cotton fibers are starting to brown. They're charring without a flame. 8:23 p.m. The auto-ignition temperature of cotton is reached. There's no spark, no match, no short circuit. 1 second, it's a pile of trash. The next second, fire. Pure, hungry, unassisted fire. It eats the drop cloth. It eats the mahogany paneling. It climbs the wall. It hits the ceiling tiles. And now the beast is awake. Quick pause. Do me a favor. My wife says I can't reach 1,000 subscribers. Let's prove her wrong. Like this video and subscribe. Stories like this deserves to be heard. All right, let's continue. Down in the lobby, 22 floors below, a light blinks on a console. It's not a siren, it's not a bell, just a small red LED. Zone 22, smoke detector. The security guard looks at it. He sighs. He's seen this before. Dust from the renovation, a worker smoking a cigarette where they shouldn't be. He doesn't reach for the red phone. He doesn't call the fire department. He calls the building engineer. Hey, we got a light on 22. Go check it out. This decision, this single bureaucratic hesitation consumes the only commodity that matters in a fire. Time. The fire doubles in size every 60 seconds. By the time the engineer puts down his coffee and picks up his keys, the fire has grown from the size of a trash can to the size of a sofa. The engineer walks to the elevator bank. He presses the button. He steps into the car. It's a stainless steel box, 4 feet by 6 feet. He presses 22. The doors slide shut. He is rising at 500 feet per minute. He is a bullet in a chamber, firing himself directly into the heart of the explosion. He watches the numbers. 10, 15, 18. He's checking his clipboard. He's annoyed. 20, 21. Ding! 22. The door's open. He doesn't see a room. He sees a wall of black. Superheated smoke banked down from the ceiling punches into the elevator car. It's not just smoke, it's unburned fuel. It's 800 degrees. It hits his skin like boiling water. He falls back, slamming against the rear wall of the elevator. He smashes the closed door button. Nothing. The heat is so intense it has melted the plastic contacts behind the button panel. The doors stay open. The smoke is pouring in, filling the car, choking him. He can't breathe. One breath of this air sears the lining of the throat. 2 breaths can kill you. He is on his knees, fumbling for his radio. Bring it down! Bring the car down! He finds the manual recall switch. He flips it. The doors jitter. They hesitate. And then, mercy. They slide shut. The car drops. He is coughing up black mucus. He is shaking. He grabs his radio again. Call them. Call them now. 8:40. The call hits the Philadelphia Fire Communications Center. Reported fire, One Meridian Plaza, 15th and Chestnut. Across the city, the lights snap on in the firehouses. Engine 43, Ladder 9, Battalion 4. This isn't a drill. Watch the men. They are moving with an efficiency that comes from repetition. They are putting on armor. First, the boots. Heavy rubber reinforced with steel toes and steel shanks to stop nails from piercing the sole. Then the pants, Nomex and Kevlar, 3 layers thick. The coat, another 5 pounds. The helmet, leather or composite. The hood, the gloves, the SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus, a 30-pound cylinder of compressed air strapped to their spine. Within 45 seconds, these men have added 60 pounds to their body weight. They climb onto the rigs. The diesel engines roar to life. They scream out onto the freezing streets of Philadelphia. You can usually smell a fire before you see it. Not this time. This fire is high. It's in the sky. Engine 43 turns the corner onto Chestnut Street. The lieutenant looks up through the windshield. He sees it. It looks like a torch. Flames are blowing out of the 22nd floor windows. They aren't flickering. They are jetting out, pressurized by the heat inside. They're lapping up the side of the building, reaching for the 23rd floor. And then, the sound. Crash. A sheet of tempered glass, 4 feet by 8 feet, falls 22 stories and explodes on the sidewalk. It sounds like a cannon shot. Shards of glass, heavy as daggers, spray across the street. "Keep back," the chief screams. "Nobody under the drop zone." They have to park the trucks a block away. They have to walk into the kill zone. The lobby of One Meridian Plaza is chaos. Firefighters are pouring in. The building manager is screaming about the elevators. "You can't use them. The shafts are full of smoke." The battalion chief makes the call, the only call he can make. We walk. Let's do the math. The fire is on 22. There are 20 steps per floor. 2 flights per floor. That's 40 steps per floor. To get to the fire, they have to climb 880 steps. And they aren't just carrying themselves. Each team of 3 men is carrying a high-rise pack. 100 feet of hose, folded, 35 pounds. A brass nozzle, 5 pounds. Axes, halogen bars, radios, spare air tanks. Each man is hauling 100 pounds of gear against gravity for 22 stories. Before they even fight the fire, they have to run a vertical marathon. They hit the stairwell. Stairwell east. It starts okay. Floors 1 through 5. The adrenaline is pumping. Boots clanging on concrete steps. Floors 10 through 15. The breathing gets heavier. The conversation stops. All you hear is the rhythmic hiss, click of the regulators. Floors 11 through 15. The legs start to burn. Lactic acid is building up in the muscles. The gear feels heavier with each step. And then, on floor 18, the lights go out. The building's main power bus is melted. The emergency generator kicks on, coughs, and dies. Total darkness. And with the darkness comes the smoke. It's not rising, it's sinking. This is called reverse stack effect. The air outside is so cold, and the smoke is so heavy that it's falling down the stairwells like a waterfall. They're walking up into a river of poison. They put their masks on. Now they are isolated. Each man is in their own bubble of breathing noise. Hiss, wheeze, hiss, wheeze. Floor 20. They reach the staging area. They drop the heavy packs. They are sweating through their clothes. Their hearts are hammering at 160 beats per minute, and they are only 20 feet below hell. The strategy is simple. Connect the hoses to the building's water system, the standpipe. Run the hose up 2 flights to the fire floor. Kick down the door, blast the fire with water. A team from Engine 11 hooks up their hose on the 21st landing. They're ready. They're pumped. "Charge the line," the captain yells. The firefighter spins the heavy iron wheel on the wall valve. He expects the hose to jump. He expects it to become a rock-hard snake of power. Instead, the hose barely inflates. It's spongy. "I got no pressure." They stare at the gauge. 40 psi. You need 100 psi to fight a fire this big. 40 psi is a garden hose. You can't fight a dragon with a garden hose. "Boost the pumps," they scream into the radio. But down on the street, the trucks are pumping at max. The water is hitting the building, but it's not getting to the nozzle. Why? Pressure-reducing valves. Little brass discs inside the pipes, designed to save the plumbing. Tonight, they're saving the fire. They are throttling the water. And upstairs, on floor 22, the fire hears the weak trickle of water, and it laughs. It burns through the ceiling tiles. It finds the wires. It jumps to floor 23. While the men on the 21st floor are wrestling with the valves, the building is changing, physically changing. The fire on the 22nd floor has shattered every window on the east face. Wind, freezing cold and moving at 30 miles an hour, is rushing in. It hits the fire. It acts like a bellows on a forge. The temperature spikes, 1,500 degrees, 2,000 degrees. And now the stack effect takes over. One Meridian Plaza is no longer an office building. It is a chimney. The central core, where the stairs and elevators are, is the flue. The heat wants to go up. Smoke is now pumping into the stairwells at extreme pressure. It's not just gray haze, it is black fire. That's what firefighters call it. Smoke so hot, so filled with unburned carbon and gases that it can ignite all by itself if it touches fresh air. And right now, that black fire is filling the only escape routes. Stairwell east, stairwell center, stairwell west. They are vertical tunnels of death. Let's talk about the Scott 4.5 air pack. It is the only thing keeping these men alive. A yellow cylinder strapped to the back, a rubber mask sealed to the face. It holds 45 cubic feet of compressed air at 4,500 psi. Technically, it's rated for 30 minutes, but that rating is for a man walking on a treadmill in a lab. It is not rated for a man climbing 25 stories with 100 pounds of gear, heart rate redlining at 180 beats per minute, pumping adrenaline and cortisol. Under these conditions, a 30-minute bottle lasts 15 minutes, maybe 18 if you're good. Every breath is a withdrawal from a bank account that is about to go bankrupt, and there are no deposits. Once the air is gone, you have 2 choices. You breathe the poison and die, or you take off the mask and die. 22nd floor. The command post is chaotic. Chiefs are yelling over radios. The heat is radiating through the floorboards from the fire below. The smoke is getting thicker. They're losing visibility. The chief grabs the captain of Engine 11, Captain David Holcombe, a veteran, solid, a man who knows fire. With him are 2 of his best, Phyllis McAllister, strong, determined, James Chappell. The order is simple. We can't see. The smoke is banking down. We need to vent the stairwell. Go to the roof, open the hatch, let the smoke out. The roof is on floor 38. They are on floor 22, That is a 16-story climb, through the smoke, with air tanks that are already half empty. But in the fire service, you don't say no, you go. Holcombe nods. We're on it. They turn toward the stairwell door. They disappear into the gray. They step into stairwell center. It is a different world. Visibility is 0. Not low, 0. If you hold your hand in front of your face, touching your mask, you cannot see your fingers. They have to feel their way up. Hand on the rail, boot on the step. Clank, hiss, clank, hiss. Floor 23. The heat is intense here. The fire is raging just on the other side of the drywall. The paint on the stairwell railing is bubbling. It sticks to their gloves. Floor 25. The heat fades, but the smoke changes. It gets cooler, thicker, oily. It coats their masks in a layer of soot. They have to keep wiping the lens just to see the darkness. They're counting floors, or trying to. Usually there are signs inside the stairwell doors, big numbers. But the smoke is so thick you have to put your face right up to the door to read them. And sometimes the signs are missing or painted over. Floor 27? Floor 28? They keep climbing. Holcombe is in the lead. McAllister and Chappell are right behind him, holding on to each other's straps, a human chain. If you let go, you are alone in space. Here is where the tragedy begins. A tiny mechanical detail. The doors in the stairwell are locked from the stairwell side. Security. You can't just walk onto a floor, you need a key. Except for every 5th floor, re-entry floors. But in the dark, in the smoke, every door feels the same. Locked, locked, locked. They reach what they think is the 30th floor. Holcombe stops. He checks his air gauge. The needle is in the red. The Vibralert. It's a mechanism built into the regulator. When you have 25% air left, it vibrates against your face. It rattles your jaw. Holcombe's is vibrating. McAllister's vibrating. Chappell's vibrating. They can't make the roof. It's too far. 38 is too far. They have to get out, now. They need fresh air. They need a window. Holcombe keys his radio. Command, this is Engine 11. We are low on air. We are exiting the stairwell. They pry open the door. They spill out onto a floor expecting an office, desks, windows. Instead, they find a maze. It's a storage floor or a file processing center. Floor-to-ceiling wire cages, chest-high cubicles, piles of debris, and it is pitch black. They're crawling now, duck-walking, trying to stay low where the air might be cleaner. But there is no clean air. The floor is saturated with smoke. They bump into a wall. They turn left, a dead end. They turn right, another wall. Where are the windows? In a modern high-rise, the windows are the skin of the building. They should be everywhere. But they can't find the perimeter. They're trapped in the core. The Vibralerts are buzzing harder now, constant. Buzz, 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 buzz. It is the sound of time running out. Down in the lobby, the radio crackles. Command, we're in trouble. The room stops. Every firefighter knows that tone. It's not panic, it's realization. The chief grabs the mic. Engine 11, give me your location. Holcombe's voice comes back, slow, slurred. Hypoxia is setting in. The brain is starving for oxygen. We're on 30. Floor 30. Copy, floor 30. Rescue teams are coming. Stay put. Activate your pass alarms. The pass device. Personal alert safety system. If a firefighter stops moving for 30 seconds, it screams. It's a homing beacon for the dead and dying. Up on the floor, 3 beacons turn on. 3 piercing screams in the dark. Rescue teams launch from the 22nd floor. They're fresh, they have full bottles. They sprint up the stairs. 23, 24, 25. They hit the 30th floor door. They smash it open. Engine 11, sound off! They crawl into the darkness. They sweep the floor with flashlights. They listen for the scream. Silence. just the wind howling through broken windows on the floors below. "Command, this is rescue. We are on 30. Negative. We don't see them. We don't hear them." A cold chill goes down the spine of everyone listening. "Check 29. Check 31. The rescue teams scramble, up and down. But the building is huge, 40,000 square feet per floor, an acre of darkness per level. And Engine 11 isn't on the 30th floor. They were never on 30. In the smoke, in the exhaustion, they miscounted. They're on the 28th floor, 2 floors below the rescue team. Holcombe is lying against a wall. His mask is sucked tight to his face. The bottle is empty, a vacuum. He tears the mask off. He takes a breath of the building's air. Carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanide, the toxic twins. Cyanide hits the blood first. It prevents the cells from absorbing oxygen. You suffocate on a cellular level. Then the carbon monoxide hits. It puts you to sleep. Holcombe reaches for his radio one last time. "Break window." "Permission granted. Break the window. Get air," the chief screams. Holcombe lifts his Halligan bar. It weighs 8 pounds, but his arms feel like lead. He swings. Clang. He hits a metal filing cabinet, not glass. He tries to crawl forward. McAllister is beside him. She is slumped over. Her Passalar is screaming. Chappell is a few feet away, tangled in wire. They are 100 feet from a window, 100 feet from life. But in this darkness, 100 feet is an eternity. The screaming of the pass alarms echoes off the filing cabinets. Weep, weep, weep. And then, one by one, the batteries fail, or the air runs out, and the 28th floor goes silent. There is a specific kind of silence that happens when a radio goes dead. For 10 minutes, the command channel was full of noise, screaming, orders, static. Now, nothing. "Engine 11, command." Silence. "Engine 11, report." Silence. On the street, 300 firefighters stop what they are doing. They look at the building. They know. Up on the 28th floor, the silence is physical. Captain Holcombe, Firefighter McAllister, Firefighter Chappell. They are still there, but they are no longer firefighters. They are the Lost Squad. And now the mission changes. It is no longer a firefight. It is a frantic, desperate hunt. Rescue 1, Ladder 5, Squad 72, the RIT teams, Rapid Intervention teams, the elite, the guys who save the guys who save you. They are tearing the building apart. They are smashing down doors on every floor from 25 to 35. They are crawling through the smoke on their hands and knees, sweeping their arms in wide arcs, hoping to feel a boot, a tank, a helmet. 2:15 a.m., 6 hours into the fire. A search team on the 28th floor spots something. A reflection, a glint of reflective tape in the beam of a flashlight. It's low, on the ground. The rescuer crawls forward. He grabs the shape. It's a turnout coat. I got him! 28th floor!" The radio erupts. "Get them air! Get them out!" The rescuers scramble. They rip the masks off the downed firefighters. They attach buddy breathers, hoses connected to their own tanks. They pump fresh air into their lungs. They start CPR right there on the soot-covered carpet. Compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rescuers are screaming. They are crying. They are pumping on the chests of their friends. But the bodies are limp. They are heavy. They are already cooling. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a quiet killer. It turns the skin cherry red. It doesn't leave a mark. It just turns off the lights. The rescuers won't stop. They drag them to the stairwell. "We need a medical team on 20. We're coming down." They carry them down 8 flights of stairs, slipping on the wet concrete, bumping against the walls, refusing to let go. They reach the medical post on Theodore 20. The doctors are waiting. They work on them. They intubate. They push epinephrine. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. The doctor looks up. He shakes his head. He calls the time. And for the first time in the night, The fire has won. News travels fast in a fire. Within minutes, every firefighter in the building knows 3 of us are gone. And something breaks. Not their courage, but their hope. They have been fighting for 7 hours. They have climbed miles of stairs. They have inhaled pounds of soot. And for what? The fire is still burning. Actually, it's bigger. It has consumed the 22nd floor, the 23rd, the 24th. Now it is eating the 25th. The strategy of attack is failing. The hoses still have no pressure. The PRVs, those damn valves, are still choking the water. Firefighters are standing in the hallways holding limp hoses, watching the flames roll over their heads. They are throwing cups of water at a volcano. Anger sets in. A captain throws his helmet against the wall. "This building wants us all dead," he says. And he might be right. Down in the command center, the structural engineers are looking at the blueprints. They're doing calculations. Steel begins to lose its structural integrity at 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't melt, it softens. It becomes like taffy. The fire on the 22nd floor has been burning at 2000 degrees for 7 hours. The massive steel I-beams holding up the floor are starting to sag. If one floor collapses, it will pancake. It will slam onto the floor below. The weight, concrete, steel, water, heavy machinery will be too much. That floor will fail, then the next, then the next. A progressive collapse, like the Twin Towers 10 years before 9/11. And if One Meridian Plaza falls, it is right across the street from City Hall. It sits on top of the subway lines. Thousands of people. The risk isn't just the building, it's the city. 7 a.m. Sunday morning. The sun is rising. The smoke is visible for 20 miles, a black scar against the blue sky. Commissioner Roger Olshafer stands on the street. He looks at the building. He looks at his men. They are exhausted, covered in black slime. Their eyes are hollow. He has already lost 3. He will not lose 300. He picks up the radio. His voice is steady, but heavy. "Command to all units. Evacuate the building. I repeat, all units, evacuate the building immediately. Abandon the firefight." Inside the tower, the order hits like a physical blow. Firefighters don't retreat. It's not in the DNA. "We almost got it. Just give us more pressure." But the veterans know. They know when the beast is won. Slowly, painfully, they start to pack up. But they don't take everything. They leave the hoses. Thousands of feet of hose lying in the hallways like dead snakes. They leave the heavy tools. They just take themselves. They walk down the stairs. Floor 20, floor 15, floor 10. As they descend, they pass the ghosts of the night. The scratch marks on the walls, the dropped gloves, the soot stains. They walk out into the lobby. The silence is deafening. Usually when you leave a fire, it's out, you won. This time, as they walk out the front doors onto 15th Street, they can hear the roar of the fire above them. It sounds like a freight train. It is mocking them. It is still eating. By 8 a.m. Sunday morning, the building is empty of humans, but it is full of fire. It has free reign now, no hoses, no men. It finishes the 25th floor. It climbs the curtains. It burns the electrical insulation. It jumps to the 26th floor, then the 27th. It reaches the 28th floor, the tomb of the Lost Squad. It burns everything they touched. It erases the evidence of their struggle. It is a monster unchecked. And the city of Philadelphia holds its breath. There is nothing to stop it. If it keeps climbing, it will burn to the 38th floor. It will weaken the frame until the whole thing comes down. The news helicopters are circling. The reporters are speculating, will it fall? The engineers are praying, and the fire climbs higher to the 29th floor. And then it approaches the 30th floor.
Sunday morning, 9 a.m. The city of Philadelphia wakes up to a nightmare. Usually, a fire is a nighttime event. By dawn, it's just wet ash and steam. Not this one. One Meridian Plaza has become a torch. The black smoke column is so dense, so massive, it shows up on weather radar at Philadelphia International Airport. It looks like a severe thunderstorm cell. Ash is falling like snow on Rittenhouse Square, 3 blocks away. People are walking their dogs, picking up flakes of charred legal briefs, burned memos, pieces of carpet. The police have cordoned off a 10-block radius, the collapse zone. If the tower falls, it won't fall straight down. It will topple. It will take out the Girard Trust building. It will crush the streets. The subway lines, the arteries of the city, are shut down. Underground, the tunnels are filling with water from the firefighting efforts. Millions of gallons of water contaminated with soot and chemicals leaking through the bedrock. The city is paralyzed. Across the street, in a command trailer, the mood is funereal. Commissioner Olshafer, the mayor, structural engineers. They are looking at the building through binoculars. They can see the fire moving. It's visible to the naked eye. Windows blow out on the 26th floor. Boom. 10 minutes later, windows blow out on the 27th floor. Boom. It's climbing at a rate of 1 floor every 45 minutes. They do the math. It's on 27 now. There are 38 floors. That's 11 more floors. At this rate, it burns until midnight. The steel won't hold that long, an engineer says. The connections are already stressed. The bolts are expanding. The girders are elongating. When a steel beam heats up, it grows. It pushes against the columns. It twists the building's skeleton. Eventually, the connections snap, and down it comes. We have to stop it, the mayor says. We can't, the commissioner replies. I won't send men back in there. It's a death trap. So they come up with a desperate plan. Heavy artillery. They bring in the monsters, the tower ladders, the squirts, trucks with massive water cannons mounted on booms. They set them up on the adjacent rooftops, the Mellon Bank Center, the Graham Building. They aim the nozzles at the burning skyscraper. These aren't fire hoses, these are hydraulic weapons. They pump 1,000 gallons per minute, solid slugs of water hurtling across the street. Sound the heavy, rhythmic thump, thump, thump of water cannons firing. They open fire. Streams of water arc through the air, smashing into the side of One Meridian Plaza. But there's a problem. Physics again. The fire is on the 28th floor. That's 350 feet up. The streams lose power as they climb. Gravity pulls them apart. By the time the water hits the building, it's just a heavy mist. It hits the granite cladding. It hits the broken glass. It washes the outside of the building. But the fire is inside, deep inside the core, 50 feet from the windows. The water can't reach the heart of the beast. It's like spitting at a forest fire. The fire ignores the water. It keeps eating. It finishes the 28th floor. It starts on 29. Let's go inside the 29th floor. Right now, 11 a.m. This is what hell looks like. The temperature at the ceiling is 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything combustible is gone. The desks didn't just burn, they vaporized. The aluminum frames of the office chairs melted into silver puddles on the concrete floor. The glass windows didn't just break, they flowed like molasses before they fell. The fire is hunting for fuel. It finds the data cables running through the ceiling plenum. It follows them. It finds the stairs, the convenience stairs. These are internal staircases that connect floors meant for employees to move between departments without using the main stairwell. They're open, no fire doors. They're essentially chimneys within the chimney. The fire roars up the convenience stairs. It licks the ceiling of the 29th floor. It finds the underside of the 30th floor. It heats the concrete slab from below. Up on the 30th floor, the carpet starts to smoke just from the heat coming through the floor. The fire is preparing its next meal. But the 30th floor is different. And to understand why, we have to go back in time. 5 years earlier, 1986, the 30th floor was leased by a new tenant, a savvy company. They were doing a renovation. The building code at the time did not require sprinklers. It was grandfathered in. The building was built in 1972. Old rules. The landlord said, "You don't need to put them in, save the money."
But the tenant's risk manager, some guy in a suit looking at a spreadsheet, said, "No, put them in, just to be safe." It wasn't a full system, just a few heads near the service areas, near the storage rooms, and near the convenience stairs. They installed them. Copper pipes, small glass bulbs filled with red liquid. They painted around them, they forgot about them. For 5 years, they sat there, silent, dust collecting on the little deflectors, waiting. Sunday, noon. The fire has been burning for 16 hours. It has consumed 8 floors, 300,000 square feet of destruction. It has defeated the Philadelphia Fire Department. It has defeated the high-pressure water cannons. It has defeated the steel and the concrete. Now it stands at the threshold of the 30th floor. This is the critical moment. If the fire takes the 30th floor, the building is lost. Why? Because the 30th floor houses the mechanical transfer systems, the heavy electrical switching gear. If that goes, the explosion will blow out the structural columns. The fire is surging up the internal convenience staircase. It is a flamethrower. It hits the landing of the 30th floor. The heat creates a ceiling jet, a layer of superheated gas that shoots across the ceiling faster than a sprinting man. It rolls over the carpet. The carpet instantly turns to black char. The paint on the walls blisters and peels in milliseconds. The fire is confident. It has won every battle so far. It moves toward the center of the room. And there, hanging from a copper pipe, covered in 5 years of office dust, is a small brass device, a Viking Model M sprinkler head. Let's look at this object. It is simple, elegant, a brass frame, a deflector plate at the bottom, and holding the water back, a plug. The plug is held in place by a tiny glass bulb. Inside that bulb is a red liquid, alcohol-based, and a bubble of gas. The liquid is calibrated to expand at a specific rate. The rating is 155 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat wave hits the bulb. 100 degrees, the liquid expands. It compresses the gas bubble. 120 degrees, the pressure inside the glass is rising, 500 psi. 140 degrees, the glass is groaning. It is stressed to its molecular limit. 150 degrees. 155 degrees. The glass shatters. The plug falls out. And for the first time in 16 hours, the equation changes. Water. Clean, cold, pressurized water. It hits the deflector plate. The plate is shaped like a flower. It slices the stream of water into a perfect umbrella pattern. A heavy, drenching rain. 25 gallons per minute. It slams into the fire. When water hits a 2,000-degree fire, it doesn't just put it out, it explodes. It turns to steam instantly. Expansion ratio, 1,700 to 1. 1 cubic foot of water becomes 1,700 cubic feet of steam. The steam expands violently. It sucks the oxygen out of the air. It smothers the flames. The fire recoils. It tries to move left. Tink! Another bulb shatters, another curtain of water. It tries to move right. Tink! A third head activates. The fire is surrounded. 10 sprinkler heads. That's it. 10 little brass soldiers standing in a line. They are dumping 250 gallons of water a minute right on the head of the beast. And unlike the hoses downstairs, these pipes have pressure. They are fed by a different riser. They are bypassing the faulty PRVs. The water is relentless. Down on the street, no one knows what is happening. They're still watching the black smoke. But inside the 30th floor, the roar is dying. The orange glow is fading to a dull, angry red. Then to gray. Then to black. The steam cools. It turns back into water. It drips on the charred carpet. Drip, drip, drip. The fire on the 30th floor is out. But the fire on 29th floor is still burning. It tries to push up again. But the water from the 30th floor is flowing down. It flows down the convenience stairs, a waterfall of suppression. It hits the fire on 29 from above. It cools the fuel. It wets the unburned wood. The fire is starving. It has no oxygen. It has no dry fuel. It has no heat. It whimpers. And then, silence. The 12-alarm monster, the destroyer of skyscrapers, has been strangled by a few dollars worth of plumbing. 3 p.m., Sunday. The smoke coming from the building changes color. It goes from pitch black to white. White means steam. Steam means the fire is out. The commissioner lowers his binoculars. He doesn't believe it. He says, "Send a recon team, but be careful." A squad of fresh firefighters, guys who haven't slept in 24 hours, enter the lobby. They walk up the stairs, floor 10, floor 20. They pass the medical station where the bodies were brought down. They don't look. Floor 25. It's cold now, wet. They reach the 29th floor. It's a cave. The flashlights disappear into the void. Everything is gone, just steel skeletons and ash. They climb to the 30th. They open the door, and they step into a miracle. The carpet is wet, but it's there. The desks are there. The papers are on the desks, soggy but unburned. And in the corner, near the stairs, 10 sprinkler heads are still hissing, spraying water over a pile of black charcoal that used to be the fire. The lieutenant keys his radio. "Command, the fire is out." Say again? "The fire is out. Sprinklers got it on 30. It didn't pass the threshold." On the street, a cheer goes up. No, there is no cheering, just a collective exhale. The shoulders of the city dropped 2 inches. They saved the city, but they lost the men. The fire is out, but the mission isn't over. Monday morning. The building is cold. It smells of wet ash, sour plastic, and death. Now comes the task that no firefighter ever wants to do: recovery. The bodies of Captain Holcombe, Firefighter McAllister, and Firefighter Chappell have been brought down to the medical triage area on the 20th floor during the firefight, but they couldn't be removed. The evacuation order came too fast. They were left behind in the dark, silent tower for 24 hours. Now an honor guard goes back up. They don't take the elevator. They walk. They walk up 20 floors in dress uniforms. They place the flag-draped stretchers on their shoulders, and they walk them down, step, 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 down to the lobby, out the front doors. 15th Street is lined with blue. Thousands of firefighters from New York, Baltimore, D.C., Boston, they stand shoulder to shoulder, saluting. The only sound is the click of cameras and the weeping of bagpipes. The 3 heroes are loaded into ambulances. The flashing lights fade into the distance, and then the anger sets in. The fire is a crime scene, not arson, negligence. Investigators from the NFPA, National Fire Protection Association, and the ATF swarmed the building. They want to know why. Why did 3 veterans die on the 28th floor? Why did the water have no pressure? They go to the standpipes. They take apart the PRVs, the pressure-reducing valves. They put them on a test bench, and they find the smoking gun. The valves were adjustable, but they had been set incorrectly at the time of installation years ago. They were set to restrict the pressure to levels suitable for a kitchen sink, not a fire hose. And because they were tamper-proof, the firefighters couldn't adjust them in the heat of battle. They were fighting with handcuffs on. The investigators calculate the flow. Engine 1-1 had less than 40 psi at the nozzle. They were trying to stop a blast furnace with a squirt gun. It wasn't a failure of courage. It was a failure of hardware. A failure of a $50 valve. And what about the building? One Meridian Plaza stands there, a blackened skeleton in the middle of Philadelphia's skyline. The owners want to fix it. We can repair the steel, they say. We can replace the glass. But the city says no. The damage is too deep. The steel beams on the 22nd through 29th floors are warped. The concrete is spalled, cracked by the heat. It is structurally ruined. But they can't blow it up. It's too close to City Hall. They can't use a wrecking ball. So, One Meridian Plaza becomes a ghost. For 8 years, it stands there, wrapped in black netting, a dark monolith looming over the city. People hate it. They cross the street to avoid walking in its shadow. It is a constant reminder of that Saturday night. Finally, in 1999, the demolition begins. It is the most expensive deconstruction in history. They have to take it apart by hand, piece by piece, bolt by bolt. Workers with torches cutting the steel where the fire raged. They find personal items in the rubble, a coffee mug, a melted telephone, traces of the lives that were interrupted. But from the ashes, new rules are written. The Meridian Plaza laws. Sprinklers. Every commercial high-rise, no matter how old, must have sprinklers. No more grandfather clauses. If you own a tower, you protect it. Period. PRVs. The valves must be field adjustable. Firefighters must be able to override them. RIT teams. The concept of the Rapid Intervention Team, a squad dedicated solely to rescuing other firefighters, becomes standard doctrine across America. Captain David Holcombe, Firefighter Phyllis McAllister, and James Chappell did not die in vain. Their deaths saved thousands of future firefighters. Every time you walk into an office building and look up at the ceiling and see those little glass bulbs, you are looking at their legacy. Today, if you go to 15th and Chestnut, One Meridian Plaza is gone. There's a new building there, the Residences at the Ritz-Carlton. It's sleek, modern, safe. But if you look closely on the ground, there's a plaque. 3 names etched in bronze. Captain David P. Holcombe, Firefighter Phyllis McAllister, James A. Chappell. They say that firefighters die 2 deaths. The first is when the spirit leaves the body. The second is when their name is spoken for the last time. So, we speak them now. We remember the climb, the 22 floors, the 100 pounds of gear. We remember the darkness of the 28th floor. We remember the silence. And we remember the lesson that in the battle between man and fire, man doesn't always win, but he always fights. He always climbs. He always goes into the black. 1992, 1993, 1994. The fire is out, but the building is still killing the city. One Meridian Plaza stands empty, 38 stories of blackened steel wrapped in a shroud of black netting. They call it the Black Monolith. It is a wound that won't heal. It sits directly above the underground transit lines. 45,000 commuters pass underneath its basement every day. Engineers are monitoring the columns with laser transits. They find something terrifying. The building is moving. The heat of the fire warped the steel frames so badly that the building has a permanent list. It is leaning towards City Hall. Not by feet, but by inches. And gravity is working on it. The owners, ER Associates, are locked in a death match with the insurance companies. The payout is $300 million. The owners say it can be repaired. We can sandblast the steel. We can save it. But the city says no. The damage is too deep. The standstill mod for 8 years. 8 years of a rotting carcass in the middle of Philadelphia. Rats take over the basement. Pigeons take over the upper floors. The wind whistles through the broken windows, creating a haunting low-frequency moan that people on the street can hear at night. While the building rots, the lawyers are digging. This is the dopamine of justice, the paper trail. During the discovery phase of the massive civil trial, a document surfaces. A memo from years before the fire. It details the decision-making process regarding the sprinklers. The building managers knew. They knew that the stack effect in a high-rise could turn the stairwells into chimneys. They knew that without sprinklers, a fire on a high floor would be fightable only by hand. And they calculated the cost. Installing a retrofit sprinkler system, approximately $5 million. The potential loss from a fire, covered by insurance. They rolled the dice. The memo reveals the logic of acceptable risk. But they forgot one variable in their equation, the human cost. They forgot about David Holcombe, Phyllis McAllister, James Chappell. When that memo hits the courtroom, the defense crumbles. The settlement is massive, but it's blood money. 1999, the order is finally given. Deconstruct. You cannot implode One Meridian Plaza. It's too close to the Girard Trust Bank, too close to the streets, too unstable. If you use dynamite, the shockwave could collapse the subway tunnels below. So, they have to do the impossible. They have to take apart a 492-foot skyscraper by hand. Enter the demolition cowboys. These aren't standard wrecking crews. These are high-altitude specialists. They bring in the spiders, small remote-controlled excavators that can crawl on top of the precarious concrete slabs. They start at the roof, floor 38. The sound of the high-pitched whine of hydraulic crushers, the crunch of concrete. They chew the concrete, they cut the steel with torches, they lower the beams down the elevator shafts. It's a reverse construction, but it is dangerous. The soot is toxic. It's filled with PCBs, lead, and carcinogens from the melted office equipment. The workers have to wear hazmat suits. In the summer, the temperature inside the suits hits 110 degrees. They're working on floors that are already cracked, suspended 400 feet in the air. One slip, and you fall through the building. Floor by floor, 38, 35, 30. When they reach the 28th floor, the death floor, the work stops. The workers remove their hard hats. They cut the steel gently. They treat the 28th floor not as a construction site, but a church. November 1999, the final beam is cut. The ground floor is cleared. The pit is filled. The Tower of Silence is gone. The skyline of Philadelphia looks like a mouth with a missing tooth. But the air is lighter. The shadow is lifted. The site is eventually redeveloped. The residences at the Ritz-Carlton rises from the footprint. Glass, light, sprinklers everywhere. But there's a rule in physics. Matter is neither created nor destroyed. It just changes form. The One Meridian Plaza fire didn't just disappear. It transformed into knowledge. It transformed into the Holcombe rule for air management. It transformed into the McAllister protocol for stairwell identification. It transformed into the Chappell standard for standpipe pressure. Every time a firefighter in 2026 checks their air gauge, every time a building inspector checks a PRV valve, that is the fire still burning. But now it burns as a light, not a weapon. Let us end where we began, not with the steel, but with the soul. Captain David Holcombe, 52 years old, a father, a husband. Firefighter Phyllis McAllister, 43 years old, a pioneer for women in the service. Firefighter James Chappell, 29 years old, just getting started. They didn't conquer the tower. The tower didn't conquer them. They transcended it. They went up when the world came down.